Okay, why is this bugging out? Hold up. All right. Let's do this, Moy. Good morning. Good morning, Slowly. Good morning, Leo. What's up, Pat? What's up, Brocco? All right, so we do have Powell speaking in 7 or 6 minutes. Here's the news we have for today. So 9:30 a.m. market open. We have Powell speaking. So you best believe we're not taking the trade while he's talking. Next, we do have ISM manufacturing PMI. We have Joel's job openings. We have manufacturing prices as well at 10 a.m. So 30 minutes into market open. How much is he talking? That we don't know. That we don't know. What's up, Stellar? How you doing, Aro? Missed you. Damala, I'm doing great. How are you doing? What would everybody do if you guys made 4 mil from trading? If I made 4 mil from trading, I'm buying a buttload of properties. Why is the YouTube stream bugging out? No, I think it's good. So let's see if we can find the link where Powell's talking. We'll have to wait and find it. Would you invest 50% or more? I'd probably invest like 70 to 80%, because 4 mil is a lot of, like, if I take home 4 mil, investing 70%, 80% is like what? That's probably like 80%. That's about 3 mil. So I'd have a mil left over to do whatever I want. I'd probably honestly invest more, but yeah, maybe I'd invest 80% of that. So 3 mil towards that. I'd buy a bunch of different properties for about, like, put a down payment of a few $100,000 on them, or maybe a little bit more, or I'll buy apartment thing unit. Can't see live streams. Stream is fine. Yeah, maybe we leave it and rejoin. It should fix it. Would you choose 1 billion, but you have to put it on red, or 100K straight to your wallet? I'd probably go for the billion. I'm not gonna lie. If you said 1 million straight to my wallet, I would say 1 million. But 100K, not that much. Obviously, 100K is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but straight to the casino. What's up, Maj? Nah, I'm going with the billion and putting it on red, bro. Or basically not trading today for the first hour because of news. Ali, we don't. We'll see how it goes, but we have Powell at market open, so we'll see how he talks, how long he's talking for, and kind of go with the flow of things. If I see he's talking for a while and we're just not moving weird, then we're probably not gonna just take a trade today. But we'll see. We have 2 minutes till market open, so we'll see what we got. There's no need to take additional risk on the market if there's no A plus valid setup, especially when Powell's talking. Did I miss pre-market goon again? Yes, you did, Daro. Come on, bro. Lock in. There's an opportunity while Powell's talking. Will you take that? That probably not. But that also depends on how the price action is moving. So we'll have to see. If the price action is moving exactly the way I want, like really clean, no weird volatility spikes, then maybe. But I'd have to wash the charts to kind of see how that goes. If I do take, I'd probably take with lighter size just because I don't want to trade when Powell's speaking. Like you just don't want to, because when Powell's speaking or we have any of these big FOMC events, for example, this is not FOMC, but when we do have big events like this where someone's talking, you could see random spikes in the market, causing a shift in where we're going. Big in 12.5 was a perfect way to end the month, bro. It was actually the best way to end the month. 12.5 in the day yesterday. So, yeah, we don't want to give back those gains today. We're going to be lighter size, especially since while Powell's talking, and take it as we go. What's up, Helic? I'm just waiting till 10:50 a.m. to avoid red news. Hopefully catch a catch on the last 45 minutes. Okay, market did open. Let's see if I can find the Powell speech. I'm like, why'd they make him talk at market open? Like, are they retarded, bro? Like, can you just not mess with my trading window? Catch a trade. Yeah, so I'm trying to find where he's supposed to be talking. I can't find a direct. Oh, wait. Yeah. I can't find a direct live stream yet. So we'll have to just wait. Right now, we are sitting right at the MA line. We are really, like, kind of choppy with no direction. Just come back all the way here. So I'm leaning towards bearish since we are kind of below this on the 1 minute. I want to see us continue to the downside. That would be an ideal play, right? Just right now we're in that retracement period of this downtrend. So what's optimal is breaking this downtrend and continuing. But if price doesn't want to do that, we can take pullback plays along the way. But if price doesn't want to do that, it wants to continue going up, we're going to want to obviously see us above the 200 EMA light blue line right here. It will take some continuation plays to the upside. But that's all we'll be looking for. Someone speaking. Yeah, Powell's supposed to be speaking. But I don't know what he's doing, bro. It's about to be late again. Oh, you found it? Okay, bad. Here's the link. Stream is about to start. European Central Banking. Are you sure this is for that? I don't think this is for that. Powell's gooning real quick. Okay. It is by the link I sent. Yeah, are you sure? I'm on it. We'll see. Yeah, Top Step gave it. Oh, okay, bet. Yeah. Powell's just a big gooner.
Related to aging, digitalization, greening of the economy. And with all that, we have to deliver on our mission, price stability. So if you're interested in those issues, come to the ECB forum in Sintra.
Where am I, boy?
All that.
What you do? How you doing, fam?
Holding it down.
Let's do it. Bro, we got Powell speaking at market open. Like, what the hell, bro?
No, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I literally don't either, but I'm trying to see what he's talking about so we can not get cooked in random volatility.
Delighted to announce one of the highlights of the ECB Sintra Forum, our policy panel. The world economy is undergoing a period of rapid and intense change. The questions of our next panel.
All right, so
the questions for our next panel.
This lady is now speaking on that link that somebody sent. What's up, Leo?
And we are honored to have an exceptional lineup of officials to answer them. We are also honored to have Francine Lacroix,
Okay, Robert.
editor-at-large at Bloomberg Television, to be
This is an authentication that you scan for a code. I did it. It says error each time. What do you mean authentication?
For that introduction, what can I say? We have 1 hour and there's a lot to discuss. So welcome to the
Okay, yeah, it says Powell's gonna come on to talk here on this video. So, oh, we got Powell on stage. Sure, if it's a random time for the talk, the market open is gonna most likely make the market active. Yeah, it is. That's why we want to stay out of the market until we get some nice like movement, or when Powell's done speaking, ideally, because like we're just really hesitant right now. No direction, just back and forth, sitting on the 200 EMA. That's a clear indication that we just don't have trend right now.
It wasn't late. I was here the whole time. I just had to go let my dog inside.
That's crazy. 4 minutes late is crazy. Push-ups now.
Let's start with you as our host. So first of all, thank you so much for having us on.
I got a Frenchie.
We had a little bit of data today, this morning. Consumer prices rising some 2% from a year ago. Up was 1.9%. But then the tariffs still loom large. So how do you see that developing?
Well, first of all, I would note that we are at 2%. And this is the latest reading. This is also the target that we have had, and this is the projection that our staff is indicating for the medium term, which is exactly
Get the zoomies.
So I'm not saying mission
Bro, all the time.
Target.
What's the zoomies?
And I think we should start by
Where you'll just be chilling and they just go flying down the hallway.
Oh.
Compounded shocks occasionally.
Like they'll just jump up randomly, bro, and just go flying around.
Process that we have conducted over the last 2 years. And yes, we are facing
Running into walls and shit.
Yes, we are facing the risk of fragmentation increasing. And yes, we are facing geopolitical developments that are worrying generally, but that also are causing two-side risk to inflation. So we have to continue to be extremely vigilant. We have to continue to be committed to delivering on our target. And I think
Price will be so good. All right, why are you capping, bro?
So we are well equipped to navigate the tormented waters that we should anticipate.
20 to 30 milligrams of CBD before. What's CBD?
Staff to actually rethink what the models say about how much the tariffs
Are you serious?
ultimately through some of the final prices.
What is that?
So thank you, Francine, and Christine. Thank you to you and your colleagues for putting on another great.
Let me look this shit up.
It's been a pleasure. I guess I would start, if I may, by saying that the U.S.
Oh.
economy is in a pretty good position. Inflation has come down close to 2%. We're at 2.3 headline, 2.7 core. The unemployment rate is at 4.2%, so we're healthy overall. If you ignore the tariffs for a second.
Yeah, this is like absolute market open chop, bro. Are you kidding me?
And hope that it would. We haven't seen effects much yet from tariffs, and we didn't expect to by now. We've always said that the timing.
Yeah, this is insane.
No, we better not be like this the whole day. We need Powell's ass to get off the stage.
Some readings, higher readings, but we're prepared to learn that it can be higher or lower or later or sooner than we'd expect.
But, Chair, would the Fed have cut more by now if it weren't for the tariffs?
So I do think
I'll just shut my shit off and go back to sleep if I was y'all. Adrian, aren't you part of it? Why are you still here then?
Essentially, all inflation forecasts for the United States went up materially as a result of the tariffs. So,
Is Powell the guy on screen?
in fact, we didn't react at all. We're simply taking some time.
I gotta switch my laundry. Hold on.
Is in solid shape. We think the
It's not like shit's happening anyways.
and learn
Yeah.
what those effects might be. And again,
Imagine bro gets a trade right now.
and so
Yeah, that's Powell, the one talking right now.
Governor Reed,
Damn,
let's
bro's
say the economy
gramps, bro. He got older.
on trade, putting
All that
aside
stress
what government could do
from saying good morning.
What can central banks in your position do to
Is the market still choppy? Yeah, it is kind of choppy, right? It is very. Guys, please take a look at market open. This is a 30-second time frame. How are we supposed to trade this? This is literally chop like back and forth barcode.
Inflation rate for three reasons. One is not likely to use retaliatory tariff. Second, we
Bro's on 3 HP.
22% of our import from China.
He's the guy from TikTok, the one who bottom and top. All right, bro.
Price of China
What's up, Liwak?
falling at 5% a year for several years, and we believe that will continue to do so. And at this moment, our growth rate is 0.8%.
Long there short. Trust you, bro. 2-second time frame.
Aggregate demand pressure is much.
Yeah, we're just getting really
Our problem
a lot of chop right now. This is like definitely not the best day to look for opportunities. We already made a lot of bread yesterday, 12.5K, so we're obviously not going to go risk heavy today on a day when Powell's speaking.
and we will continue to be in an easing cycle given our growth rate. But recently, financial stability risk
Jackie
has
Chan
been
on screen right now.
housing price in metropolitan areas. is
All right,
rising
bro.
fast. So we are keeping an eye on this financial stability risk in deciding the pace and the timing of the further cuts.
Governor Bailey, you've taken the view that the latest rises in inflation in the UK will be transitory.
When Powell's speaking, he's already speaking, Liwak. He's been talking for about like 10 minutes.
Oddly enough, it has a bit of a history.
When you gonna do a payout? Oh, I have to double check. I think I need
Obviously, any increase in inflation.
I
is an
need-
increase in inflation,
oh, I
so it's
think
slightly obvious.
2 more trading
The
days.
reason It's gone up is really entirely due to so-called
Are you gonna reward
prices.
yourself this month
That's-
of
so
having a
that's
good
increased
streak
prices, don't get me wrong.
and your
But
biggest
it's not
day?
telling us much or
I mean, first of all, it's not my biggest day.
in a way
I've
it's
had
not
bigger
telling us
days,
very much about the balance of supply and demand in the economy.
but
So I think the
honestly,
judgment for us is: are we going to get second-round effects from this this pickup? And of course, it's nothing like the previous years.
I haven't really
It's just
thought
a
about how I'm
step
gonna
up.
reward myself
And my
like
judgment is at the
much.
moment
I'd probably
that
go out to like a
the
nice
context is
dinner.
different, that we
It's
do
a nice
see evidence,
steakhouse.
and I see some signs
But
of
they don't
softening,
really make it
and I
that
see
good.
Signs of softening in the labour market. We are going to have to see those.
Cause what? Like I don't want to reward my. Actually,
through into
yeah.
prices. I think we've still.
Because I don't really need anything
But
right
that
now.
background context allows certainly me to say, look, I think
I've already spent enough money on random stuff.
Continues to be downwards.
When you look at all of the uncertainty, again, is it? It's
Put a
both
down payment on a
given
Porsche.
what happened to oil prices and trade negotiations.
Or a car you got?
It is.
I have a
it's
I have a
interesting.
Mazda right now that I've been driving for over like 2 years.
I think as others have said,
But yeah,
when Jay was saying
I guess
about
you could say my
the
reward
GC,
is like
I
a
think
G82 because
we're
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to cop,
from
a G82.
trade and tariffs
But
action.
it's
We've
like
been
in the
focused
works right
on
now. It's not really set in
as
stone.
Christine was
I don't know if I
saying,
want to fully get it.
they could go either way.
Or are you going to the gym later? Yeah, I am.
We could see supply chain disruption. And the second
But yeah, I
thing
won't
is,
get a G82.
you know, some
But
of
if
the
I
effects
do,
will
and
take
I don't know,
place
I'm on the
over
fence
the
about it. But if I do want to get, if I do get one,
all since our last
I
meeting.
want it to be like the best,
So,
like the spec that I want
we
exactly.
always reach for the lexicon at this point. I mean, we've added unpredictability to uncertainty.
Do you know NQ
I'm
Matte?
slightly amused at the introductory film this morning with Christine saying all these words because it's true. Because not only are we getting
On like
uncertainty in the
TikTok or
sense of
Instagram,
range of outcomes, but
like do they have a big
unpredictability.
following?
If you get things
I
like
haven't really heard of NQ Matte.
history really isn't a particularly good guide to that. Actually, you can't really draw much from
For the love of
the past on that.
don't buy them
Don't
near
we had a
rebuild.
slightly different situation.
Yeah, I'm not buying no
Right,
rebuilt
different
title
CPI
bullshit.
high
Right now,
stakes,
BMW
about
M2G80 are the same
2%.
thing. I want to get a
What
G80 originally,
do
but
you see
just
as the
a lot of
fundamental
people
changes in your
said they
cost
like
effective
G82 better, and I think it's
efficiency?
better for like if I were to get something. I also want to get something that's good for like views as well. I like the G80s, but everyone says they like the G82s more, and like I see those popping off on like TikTok and whatever. So if I were to get a car, I'd also want like it to get views on TikTok and whatnot. G2 CSL, that it looks sick. Don't get me wrong, but I've heard some people like when they try to daily it, it's just not good at all. Like the speakers are shit because that's track oriented, so it's not the best. I like Corvette. Vets are fire. I like the C6s, Z06s, C7 Z06s, C8 Z06s. Crazy. C8s are fire too. But like every single influencer gets a C8, bro. I don't want a C8. I want a Beamer, bro. I'm a Beamer boy. I bought 520s. Is that 520? McLaren? 520 is not a car. You mean 570?
Actually, this component accounts for
Go big and go for an M5 CS. 5 CS would actually go crazy. But those are like pricier. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to spend that much on a car. At least yet. Like, bro, I drive my Mazda right now, bro. I don't want to just jump like past all the things. I want to get like solely upgrade. You know, like get the Mazda. I'll have the G82 for a year, or maybe I'll get like a E92 project car in between if I really want to, because that's something I might do. If I really like how the G82 is going, I might even get like a secondary car like an E92 and build that, supercharge it. But I don't want to do that right now just because like I don't want a car to take up too much time my day right now. Because I know if I get a car, I'm going to get like obsessed with it and want to fucking modify it. You think that pullback or too close to me? I'm not taking a trade right now, Stellar, just because honestly we have this event going on and we're really choppy as well. But it got invalidated anyways.
As I said, it will depend on the
Yo, I just listened to your message.
Oh, okay, fire.
I text you back though.
Bet.
Some more information to determine that.
President Lagarde, when you look at rate cuts, I mean, are we gonna? Where do you see actually the ECB going? You're in a pretty comfortable position right now, out of all the central banks.
Data will tell. So I think we are determined to continue to be data dependent, to decide meeting by meeting, and to not commit to any particular rate path. That's the docs are. And we're very lucky because we have just completed our strategy assessment, which really gives us a good framework and good strategy lines within which to operate. But those three aspects that I have mentioned, data dependent, meeting by meeting, no commitment to any particular rate path, are constant in that ongoing strategy based on what we have concluded actually yesterday.
Jay Powell?
So from our standpoint, as you will have seen, a solid majority of FOMC participants do expect that it will become appropriate later this year to begin to reduce rates again. And so, that will depend, though, as Christine just mentioned, on the incoming data, we'll be monitoring particularly what does show up in terms of inflation or what does not show up, and also carefully watching the labor market. You know, we watch very carefully for signs of unexpected weakness. We see a gradual cooling, but we don't really see that yet. So those are the things we'll be watching, but as I mentioned, a majority of us do feel that will be appropriate in the remaining 4 meetings of the year to begin to reduce rates again.
Madame Lagarde, the euro has also surged about 12% against the dollar so far this year. Are you concerned that its strength runs counter to your efforts to also loosen financial conditions?
You know, I'm not going to comment on the exchange rate. We take it into account for purposes of our projections. Obviously, it has an impact, but it's a reflection of the market conditions and assessment. It's also a reflection of the strength of our economy. But there has been a clear appreciation relative to the dollar. Depending on how you look at it, it's either a depreciation of the dollar or an appreciation of the euros. And there might be a bit of both in that particular
Finance. Wait. What happened?
The flow of
I like Maybach. Bruh. Oro, you kind of balling, bro. Hey, shut your bitch ass up.
phenomena that we've observed lately.
What's wrong with you?
Chair Powell, I mean, is it fair to say, I know, nothing is guaranteed.
Nah, you're getting banned for that. Disrespectful, bro.
Is July just too soon to seriously consider a rate cut?
Yeah, I really can't say it's going to
Nah, why are you saying I'm balling? I'm 20 years old. Come on. Okay, see, this is why we don't enter trades, because we just got this ginormous fat candle out of nowhere. So, Papa Powell is still on stage.
how the data evolve.
Governor, what's the biggest risk stemming from
SUV or S-Class?
actually for the global economy and for South Korea's
Dog, what SUV, bro? Oh, Maybach SUV or S-Class.
trades and
Maybach.
measures?
Bro, why would you get a Maybach, bro? Look at the waste of money.
Export-driven economy.
Just get a Rolls Royce at that
The
point.
global fragmentation has a serious impact. Not
How
only
much are
directly
Maybachs
to the
anyways?
US tariff, but also indirectly
Maybach
and
S-Class,
China,
200K
Australia,
MSRP,
and we easily can. It
250K.
depends on what's going to happen on July 9th. We are actually waiting for the.
It's
result,
a
and
waste of
we don't
money.
know
Just
what-
get the
what's gonna
card.
happen. But
Double the
for example,
price.
If the tariff goes back to 26%, retaliatory tariff that was announced. in
Probably
April
Alright.
2nd,
Alright.
and then also with a lot of sectoral tariffs.
Use the
affect
ban
the
hammer.
economy, aluminum,
Palm up you off.
steel, and,
Oh my
cars.
god, bro. You guys are
We
diabolical.
say that it
I can't read any chat, bro.
impact larger than close to 1% in our GDP growth rate. And depending on how long it lasts, I think we have to adjust to the new supply chain. So the impact will be larger. So
You got a Prius,
I hope
engine swap the
that
Prius,
may
bro.
won't come.
What is the most concern for
Do
the
a
Bank of
V8
Korea?
swap.
Is it a stalling South Korea
Put a
exports,
B-58 in there.
slowdown in global trade, or a downturn in the U.S. economy?
It's all linked, right? It's all linked.
You have a 100K month or no? I have not had a 100K month.
One thing
I know Daryl got his 100K month, which is diabolical. I've never got that. Soon we'll get to that point though. Hopefully this year.
Has been preparing for the supply
By the end of the
diversification
year.
long time ago before
But
the
honestly, my goal is probably 50K month first.
because we have some issues with China, and then also Chinese industry has become.
He got more accounts. Yeah, he does have more accounts.
So
If I probably had more accounts with like same amount, like a position sizing that I go in with,
so relatively
across
speaking,
all of them,
well,
then I'd probably be having a 100K month as
one
well.
thing is that we have some strong industries such as semiconductor. which
There's
benefit from
65.
AI,
Definitely one person is
the
making
technology
fat
development. So
payouts from
I
copying
hope that
trading
we can
and just
manage
doesn't
it,
speak in the
but on the
chat.
other hand, even
I'm sure.
just we look at the
I'm
sheer
sure.
size of the export dependency,
You got like 5. You
we
got
will
10.
significantly affect it.
Yeah, I don't know honestly. I think I thought he had 20. I think he probably has less.
At the end of the easing cycle, given all of the inflation and trade dynamics.
Or a spare
That's a
12
simple way
cents.
to
12 cents
answer
for
that
what?
question, actually. I would detect.
You need to get 20 accounts though.
So look, I'm
And Prius
quite
Defense, they do
cautious
55
about,
MPG. I think they do more, bro. Prius MPG is crazy.
of our style,
Only okay.
where rates are going to reach
All right, Bruce.
in the cycle.
Never listening to you again.
There is huge
They're hanging out with
upside.
some Wyans and
One thing
Hellcats.
is
He about to become
important,
all right.
What we spend our time looking at is how restrictive is policy.
You copy trade different prop firm accounts. You can with Ninja Trader. You can copy trade across multiple prop firm accounts.
Work on that front to judge
With the copier that I use, Replicanto.
context and how it's
By the way, guys, if you guys are not already enrolled, we do have an active giveaway going on. It's gonna be the last kind of public giveaway we have before it shuts, before the Discord goes private. And yeah, we'll be doing more giveaways in the Discord as well when it does private, goes private as well. So don't worry, it's not gonna be the last giveaway.
come down to a point
We know who taking it. It's gonna be Hunter or Blake. No, I'm just kidding.
You have to judge that in context.
Yes.
Just to give you
This this market is making me lose my. All right, buddy. Lock in, Bruce Wayne. But that's a big following. You can make 100k and they won't deny. Yeah, probably that's also another thing. I feel like because he has a bigger influence than I do, especially on Instagram, which matters a lot. Like if they're probably not gonna deny his payout because I'm growing. Don't get me wrong. I haven't had any issues. Maybe they consider me an influencer too. I haven't had any issues. What's it called? For the payouts, but maybe. Yeah.
Look at the economy and ask whether our policy stance is having the effects we expect and want on the economy. And to me,
have you got a rough estimation how much the Discord will cost roughly? Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I don't want to give any like numbers now and then change my mind in the future. When I'm like set in stone on it, I'll give you guys a number. Where's the giveaway? Damn K. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, but if you scroll up in the channels under the Apex Trader funding section and above the YouTube vids section channel, it says giveaways. You can click that and press on the confetti and it'll allow you to enroll in the giveaway. We got 64 entries in there. The winner will be picked Monday of next week. Also, we got close for a potential trade here, but you know, I'm not gonna take it. If I do take it, I'm taking a lighter size. But yeah, if they deny you a payout with throwing hands, all facts. We're all raiding Apex headquarters. Is Pal still talking? Pal's not talking right now, but they're still having a discussion. So the news event is still going on.
That it is higher than where it was before the great financial crisis.
Right, you want to stay patient.
Relatively low.
Patience pays, guys. Come on. There's no people risk. There's no way people actually risk 1-2% on PA, but can risk 10 to 20% of max drawn on a funded just to make profits and keep the account.
Because the neutral rate is normally defined in a world where there is no shock, where you have perfect equilibrium. Now, are we in a world with no shocks at the moment? I don't think so.
That guy got 4% influencer.
Nice to elaborate on it. Nice to do research.
Wait, Ali, I don't get what you're saying.
At the moment, where we are as a
How do you go from top taking bottom taking to speaking and having a red fold in you? Hey, Loki, Powell, whenever Powell's been speaking, he hasn't had that much volatility recently. Like, we did have a last time he talked, he was just chop until like an hour after he talked. Today, it's kind of the same thing. It was chopping up until now it's slight direction. People say risk 1-2% of your account, but on a funded, risk 10 to 20% how much capital they. Exactly, that's the thing. People don't realize the amount of capital they're really given is their drawdown. So, if you want to kind of hold on, we're getting a potential setup right here. So, again, if we do get a green candle closeout, that'll be our confirmation for a setup. If we touch the red estimate, that invalidates the pullback. But yeah, I'm gonna mark it out, but I'm not taking it, guys, because we have Powell speaking, right? If y'all want to take this, you can take it. It'll be high risk, but yeah, what we'll be looking for is a green candle closeout. If you guys are new here and haven't seen the setup perform, this is how the setups perform on the live market when we take our trades. We wait for this green candle now to be potentially closing out, and it looks like we have another 15 seconds for it to close. Whatever, yada, yada, yada.
President Lagarde, can you talk to us about scenario and why this is, because of the shocks?
We're not going to do anything until the candle closes. If it closes out or if it doesn't, we'll see what that happens in like a second. So it did close out. That will be your entry point right here. Stop loss will go down here. Take profit would go at the swing high. But yeah, I'm not taking that just because we have Powell speaking. I swear if this bull fucking hits take profit, bro. Fucking Powell, bro. It's 1-to-1. Yeah, it's about a 1-to-1. Which is good because we want our trades to be a minimum of 1-to-1.
I wouldn't say forever, but as long as I know myself, has always conducted scenario analysis, sensitivity.
Yeah, there you go. That hit stop loss, but yeah. See, this is why I don't want to get into when Powell's talking. News in 3 minutes. Oh, we also have news in 3 minutes. Interesting. Yeah, we want to wait 2 minutes before and after news. We're 3 minutes, so we're fine. We also pay the activation when the accounts pass. No, I'll mainly do the challenge fee because I don't like. It's just that's the only thing we can track right now for the giveaway.
exogenous factors that were sort of hitting our screens.
It's just gonna be like original challenge account giveaway.
Looking at the long-term trends that will affect our economy, and that will inform and strengthen.
His stop loss fast as well. Didn't even really give any buying pressure. Yeah, it did hit stop loss fast.
That's what we are debating at the moment.
But yeah,
this is built, what assumptions we make.
no trade on this. Just Powell speaking. We want to wait for a clear market direction and no news events happening. Because especially when Powell speaking, we're just seeing a lot of mean reversion back to the center, back to the consolidation. So not really any clear direction. That's why no trades so far, for me at least. Maybe in like by 10-15 he'll stop talking. Hopefully.
We have not taken the step of using them as a public communications device, and that's a big difference. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about this fall. We will wrap up the first part of our framework review, which is the consensus statement, our monetary policy framework. We expect to by the end of the summer. And then we're going to use the fall meetings to look at communications ideas, and that's one of the ones we'll look at. I will say...
See, we're already back at the 200 EMA. Heads or tails short in news. Now, we need to ask Amir, bro. Amir's the news trader.
In that area, it's going to be putting a toe in the water and not just throwing ourselves in, over Niagara Falls on it. So I can imagine a situation where we would try that in
yeah, I took a trade yesterday.
For us, we're just going to do the
I
work
posted it in the trading chat.
Many other central banks are doing now.
In our case, we use the scenario.
Hunter, are you looking for anything right now?
Management section as a kind of representative risk. But I have to read the ECB.
There's a zone I like, but
move that section
with news and stuff, I'm kind of holding off.
For public communication. I wonder whether it's going to be easy to get some consensus. Which scenario we have to do it among our...
What if you all collectively try to move the market in one direction by full porting? Yeah, let's just try to move the market on our simulated funded accounts. On our simulation accounts. We're all literally trading a simulation demo account, bro. How are we going to move the market? Come on. Demo liquidity. Oh, shit. Okay, seems like you guys... I stand corrected. Seems like you guys actually did move the market.
Yeah, we introduced
that's why I held off.
Literally, bro.
Rounds in the May report.
He onto something.
They were very useful. They were either on either
but
side.
we might get that set up. You never know. Here we go.
For me, they were
yeah.
very useful.
What's your zone? Can you send the pic of your zone?
It helped me to answer the question, given the uncertainty. If I'm wrong in my judgment, how wrong am I going to be? Do I think I'm going to be, and what would be the consequences of that, and what would we then have to do to deal with it?
That's what you're looking at, all the way up top here. This consolidation, huh?
Jay was saying in terms of public communication. I mean, this is the big step, I think, and
that's the one.
It is challenging.
I'll just have it out on my screen so people can see, since they can't see your screen.
I say this quite a lot.
I mean, it's rejecting solid off of it right now.
Yeah, we rejected off of it pretty nice.
And I'm not making a personal comment now, Francine, but yeah, a lot of those conditional comments get immediately translated as unconditional comments. It's sort of life.
We're quite careful.
I think it's a
no,
38
this is the general
ultra
point.
wide.
And so the reason I say
it's a Samsung curve.
Yeah, and that's about the central case, by the way. So if we introduce scenarios, that's a message to us that you're going to have to do this very carefully.
Dog, look, yeah, we got this random spike out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere. So yeah, if you're gonna get in this off the zone, just be careful.
As Jay was saying, how you communicate.
The monitor is my favorite thing I've bought. Like you can see so much.
In that environment.
How wide is it? How many inches?
Yes, we also
I'm pretty sure it's 38.
I feel like that's small, no? Or am I stupid?
I might be lying though. Hold on, let me look. I got a screenshot.
It might be 40, or actually, hold on, let me see, bro. I feel like they're longer. Jesus Christ, voice crack. I think they're longer than 38.
Qualitatively, what risks we have in mind. On top of that, I would say, in a very rough way, we are carrying out some...
There's these 49-inch monitors. This is crazy wide. Yeah, it's probably 38.
Probably a bit similar to what...
yeah, I'm pretty sure mine's 38. Because, yeah, mine's definitely not
I can't
49.
come up
That's
with a good
wild.
example.
Yeah, that's wild. That's really
So,
wide.
risk scenarios, thinking
The
about
secret, that Batman
tail risks sometimes do affect how
dog.
much it was. Thank you.
Can I ask you all about the dollar, everyone's favorite subject? So when you tune out
No, I don't
noise,
have that.
right, of the past few months, what has really
38 is
changed
big.
about the dollar? Governor
Hey,
Reid,
yo,
are we really
38
seeing
is
some
big.
sort of
Hey, yo.
paradigm shift in the status as a reserve currency that means historians will look back on 2025 as some sort of pivotal year?
I don't think so, especially in case.
Dog, what is this gap down, bro?
Our Korean won
That's Aro's setup.
Continue last 2 months.
That's literally your setup right now, bro. That was your setup before you got your payout.
We had a very unexpected, unnecessary
No shit.
martial law operation in last December. And
Now it's
after
just a
that,
MacBook.
this political risk together with the slowdown.
Yeah, more like the first Mac computer that was out.
Much more than our fundamentals
Pretty much.
explained. So in some sense, the appreciation.
Those
that
old
we
Apple
observed
computers,
last
dude. Oh
2
my
months
god, they're
in
so
some sense
they're so old.
normalization of our,
Big computers.
Our currencies. And as for the kind of long-term shift of the dollar.
Humble
Just
beginnings.
full ported and blew the account. Hell yeah.
Looks like
Did I miss the thing? Nah, Donnie, we got Powell speaking right now. Well, event where Powell's speaking, so we're not. There isn't really much. We're not doing anything yet. Taking anything yet? Nah, not. We haven't taken anything yet, Lynch. We have Powell just yip yapping about some bullshit economic stuff.
Yeah. Governor Bailey?
Well, I'd say two things. First of all, I think that it's important to bear in mind what the sort of the
Or your chart
definition
colors are the
of a
new
reserve
blue and
currency
black
is,
candles.
and
Dog.
how it's evolved over.
I've been trading off of green and black for years,
I
bro.
don't see the
I don't know why no one's ever done it.
sort of a major shift at the moment.
Everyone does like blue and black. I think cause like maybe TJR started or some shit. Cause like I saw in like TJR's videos, but everyone's doing blue and black. But green and black is the move, bro.
As much about
green and white.
about a sort of pure exchange rate. So I think we're a long
Green
way
and white is crazy,
from
dog.
happening.
Green is for bullish. White is also for bullish. How are you doing green and white?
I mean, when we look at financial
It just looks the cleanest.
I wish we
All
did,
right.
of course. But I do
Okay,
think
blue and white is
I mean, I would
diabolical.
but I think it's even more
Red and white isn't.
financial conditions.
That's not bad.
Say that is because we've seen a breakdown in the correlations.
Dark
of
purple
the
and light blue.
conditions index. So you look at sort of bond yields.
That's practically the same. Oh no, it's not. I'm retarded.
For instance. Those
Red and green best. All right, Layla, you're two. You're not original, bro.
we've tended to see established over time. So you
Bad
have
for your
to-
mental if you run red candles.
there are
Yeah, I changed it like years ago to black and white because I was like, I had a lot of FOMO bullshit issues. I just changed to black and white, but then that was too much contrast, hurt my eyes. And I changed the white to green. I'm like, oh, better.
the correlations are
And then we're here.
Governor Ueda, I mean, there's also many colleagues at central
Now,
banks.
Catalan's trading black on black background. That's crazy.
Alternative to the dollar?
And the cousin, actually, it is the reason why you're profitable. If you guys don't have green and black, then that's probably why you're not profitable.
Areas like
100% is.
Europe or China would do in terms of improving.
You gotta find two colors that you're unbiased towards.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of things we were discussing this morning.
What am I saying? Yeah, I literally have green and black, bro. I'm literally biased towards green.
Yeah.
The degree to which the role of the data may decline in
Nah, having a white background, bro. I used to run a white background, and
I hate it.
I don't know if 20
back when I used to like 3 years ago, back when I used to get up like 2 minutes before market open, my eyes would hurt so bad. I get up 2 minutes before market open, 6:28 a.m. I'm looking at a fat white screen with black and green colors. My eyes are wanting to cook myself.
I completely agree with the points made by Andrew about the dichotomy.
No, dark background's just better.
At the moment, and that might be an
I've
indication
done like
of
so many different like styles.
Investors are looking at options. This is what investors are saying. They ask questions. They seek alternatives. And whether that translates into a general lack of confidence that will be
What is
further
that?
fueled
Red and white. Eh,
a jump in the unknown
it's all right.
on several fronts, not just
Look at
one
Powell. His legs crossed like a little lady.
but beyond
Oh,
that,
lady boy Powell. Lady boy Powell.
instance, I think it remains to be seen. It's not going to happen just like that overnight. It never did historically. There's no reason it should now. But there
Nah, this is actually stupid. We're just sitting at the like 200 EMA is a magnet today.
It is fixable or whether it is going to continue.
practically let's trade a guys. Let's switch our strategy and trade a consolidation strategy today.
Look back on 2025.
Pull back to the 200 EMA.
How we're going to look back on 2025.
Yeah, how will historians look back on this year? Is it pivotal?
Pals wrinkly.
It's clearly an important year. There's
Blue and gray candles.
with trade.
Blue and gray. See, the issue with gray is my background's gray.
We'll look back on it as a year that we're
2 second shaft, 2
successfully
3-point
challenged
scalps.
some significant economic
2 second chart, 2 3-point scalps.
to make sure that is the case.
You get attacked by the president a lot on a personal basis. Does it make your job harder?
I'm very focused on just doing my job. I mean, there are
Dog,
things
why are you guys all doing red and white?
using our tools to achieve the goals that Congress has given us: maximum employment, price stability, financial stability.
That's orange?
That's what we focus on.
Oh, it is orange.
Yeah, what are you looking at?
Dog, oh my god, bro. Womp womp. I said red instead of orange.
Womp womp.
Oh my goodness, bro. You can't like relax for 1 second?
Slide out to the casino.
Alright, buddy.
I think I speak for myself.
Not
but I
funny,
speak
bro.
for all colleagues on the panel.
Not funny.
I think we would do exactly
Put it in the
same
chat.
thing as our colleague Jay Carroll does.
That boy got
Same
Super
thing.
Saiyan 3 chart.
Right?
Yes.
Bro, this price action is practically like trading at a pre-market, bro. Like if I turn off my session indicator, it literally just looks like pre-market. Purple and turquoise? No, bro, Aji, people aren't weird like you, bro.
Fragmentation, were it to happen, in my view, is
Trying too hard at this point.
activity in the world economy. No question about that. I mean, if we reduce the openness of the world economy, that will be bad for activity in the world
Can't
economy.
go on TikTok and see this PA was so bad. Oh my god. Everyone's about to be like, oh my god, we took an L because the PA was so bad.
Supply chains over the last
Like,
25
dog,
years,
don't take a trade, bro.
and it is
Not that hard.
appropriate that there will be adjustments to that. But if we see a breakdown of the openness of the world economy sort of beyond that,
Pink and brown. Okay, pink and brown is crazy, bro. What is this, a donut with glaze on it? Chocolate donut with glaze on it.
economy, and that I'm afraid is something that I think we need, we need to be very clear. I've said a number of times that there are reasons why this is happening.
How much RR you up for the week? What do you mean RR?
This is all wrong.
I think they mean like for example, let's say you won a trade 1.5 RR and you lost a trade that's negative 1 R. That means you're up like 0.5 R on the week.
in the appropriate multilateral fora.
It's weird. I don't know why people refer to it like that.
Get to the question of what
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you the amount of profit I'm up. I don't know the RR
exactly
though.
are the issues.
How many trades you take this week?
Do about them. And I can't emphasize this enough. That I
What's
think
today?
Probably like
it's
one.
an
It's
obligation
Tuesday.
for all
Yeah,
of
I
us
just-
who are
I
obviously
just took
very
that one
involved
yesterday.
in
Yeah.
the governance of the world economy. We've all got very big
Are you in the any setup off the zone yet, or you just didn't get entry?
to get back and
No, I didn't get an entry.
Yeah, it wasn't really a good RR because we like rejected off this really strong, and then we never came back to it.
And how do we address them? Because otherwise, say fragmenting the world economy is a bad outcome.
But what
How come you didn't test it on the first time that we reacted off of it
is splintering
before like the FOMC
What
candle,
time?
Is there a pool that's just
or not before the FOMC, before the strong candle that like randomly spiked into there for 1 second?
Obviously, exactly how that would manifest.
You see around
Seen, but
Because
9:53ish, 9:50. Oh, because the news. Yeah, I'm
for a
stupid.
long
Yeah.
period,
Yeah, I'm
because of
stupid.
we've been building the resilience of trade in the world economy. We've been building openness.
Because I was kind of waiting on a
So I
candle like
want to
that.
sort of
Uh,
temper that by saying, look, there are
think you'll
issues.
get one.
I think
Oh,
trade
some
will know
today was
issues.
free money. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, if you guys don't trade Powell, you don't know how to trade. Here's how we made money on Powell Day. It's just rage bait content, bro.
The commitment to a
It's just
robust
TikTok's just a game of who can rage bait the other person more.
representing a non-reserve currency country.
If you have made 100K on demo, what the fuck are you doing on email? Okay, bro.
And the risk at the end of the day that the U.S. may be willing, less willing
People
to
flexing
provide
demos like they
dollar
make
liquidity
real money,
in a
actually.
financial shock.
That I don't see much of, at least anymore.
To the fragmentation, but in reality, as a small country, it's a pity that we can raise our voice, but in reality,
Karen's boyfriend had the
Didn't
one
want to
hands
ask
up today.
profit. Thought it'd be
So we
too
have to,
personal to ask your income.
take it as
Wait, what
a
happened?
shit don't-
environment and to adapt
He
to it.
said didn't want to ask
What matters
profit. Thought
is
it'd
we
be too
talk about
personal to
economic
ask your
fragmentation.
income.
Oh,
For a country like us,
That shit don't
also
bother
these
me,
issues
bro.
combined
Like
with
I
security.
straight up post
And for that
my profits.
issue,
I
let
don't
me
care.
stop here because I don't want to go further. But as for the dollar liquidity support, as demonstrated during the
Like we are tapping into the green and red estimate now, but what do we want to look for to get a clear trend? We wanted to see price to break this low. But honestly, we just don't have any trend right now. Like literally no clear trend. We've been slowly retracing back down, maybe starting a downtrend, but just no clear direction. I want to see us kind of move up or move down pretty strong. Either break this high of day or low of day and continue trending that direction.
Extend their swap lines again, which is very important.
Zabuza, you acting different, bro, since you got those 5 fundeds now.
We know that the U.S. provide ad hoc swap lines as long as there is a global dollar shortage. But issue is what happens if
Nah, he's switching up now. He's getting too confident with those 5 evals.
Our understanding is that Fed cannot
Nah, literally switching up on the day one. That's crazy, Zabuza.
Like I thought we were day ones, and now he's just like,
We are day ones. That's exactly why he's switching up on us.
he's saying
Fake
I'm a demo
ass
trader.
fool, bro.
Technically, in a sense, we're all demo traders.
J. Powell, on fragmentation.
Yo, if you really think about it, we're all demo warriors because we're on a simulated account. We're all just demo warriors.
Nothing has changed relative to our swap lines. We still have the same authorities, and we're still prepared to use them in situations where it's within our.
When I make a mistake, I made it alone. Don't forget, y'all.
We know we're aware that that's
Dog, I'm taking a screenshot of this for proof. Abu, you're cooked. I have the receipts. You're cooked.
global financial stability.
Governor Ueda, how much do you think about fragmentation and the impact this could have on?
Bro, why are we just ripping?
See, on the trade side,
Yeah, we're just ripping right now.
think a lot about
We're back at the zone.
to Asia, even Asia excluding.
I try my live 6 mil account.
So this will depend on the relative tariff rates imposed on the region relative to China or relative to other countries. But
I'm trading hot dogs and burgers.
there's,
I'm down to trade that.
very strong intra-regional trade taking place during the last decade or two. Also, there's new countries like India growing at very high speed. So I hope there's resilient, sufficiently resilient domestic demand in the region to keep the energy of the region alive.
I have 25K for 30% rule. I can't go over 450 profit per trade or for the day.
Don't have much to
Are you
add
saying
to
the
what other people
30%
say,
consistency
but
rule
It would be important to keep trying.
or the 30%
alternative
negative rule?
approach to things like swap lines. We have Chiang Mai initiatives in Asia. Doing something similar or continuing to do something similar would be important.
Madam Lagarde, you've often spoken about the role that Europe could take in a fragmented world. How do you see that developing in what kind of time frame?
Well, I think Europe has witnessed in the last 4 years, in particular, well, since 19.
Consistency rule, Leslie. 30% consistency rule. It's on the day. I believe it's on the day.
To the assumptions that it has made about security, about supply,
Should be
about
based on the day. Yeah. A single day's profit can't be 30% greater than your total profit. Yeah, not per trade. No, it's per day.
The sentiment of security that we in Europe had, and the sentiment that we could, forever rely on the protection of others.
So the rule is no single day's profit can be greater than 30% of your total profit on the account. So if you made a total of, for example, $1,000 profit on the account, well, let's say when you want to request a payout, that's when it matters. Let's say you're requesting a payout, you're at, for example, let's say 4,000 in profit on your account. You want to request a payout. No single day's gain can be greater than what? What's 30% of 4,000? No single day's gain can be more than $1,200.
Either because of political determination or because
So yeah, your biggest trade day cannot exceed 30% of the total profits made. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. That's how the consistency rule works for any pretty much prop firm.
And where we collectively are on the cusp of, I hope, this is my hope, of better taking hold and control of our destiny by making
no, if it breaks the zone at all, I just invalidate it and delete it.
Be more independent, be more proactive.
Tops don't have a rule like that.
Autonomous.
Do these consistency rules actually help trades? Consistency, more so not really.
Some of those fronts, it takes time, it takes investment.
Because you gotta understand, these prop firms, like, they benefit from us failing. So they're obviously there's some rules may help you not like gamble, but others will help you limit your kind of profit that you can make. Because yeah, it's literally us versus prop firms. Yeah, tops up consistency rules only in the eval. You're right.
Within our remit, under strict commitment.
As long as the body doesn't close outside of the zone,
yes, I think it's
I still consider it valid, but if the body does, then I just delete it.
The thing with Top Step is the fact that they're more expensive. They can kind of be more flexible with the rules because they obviously like make more when make more per trader failing.
Chair Powell, last year in Sintra, you said that the U.S. cannot run these kind of deficits.
Lucky why kind of like CFC firms used to trade FTMO and there was no consistency.
You said we'll have to do better sooner, something sooner or later, and sooner will be better than later. How's it going?
So of course,
yeah. Now the thing, IQ, yeah, you're right. Profits don't pay out from actual market wins. Now the thing is, maybe if you're on a live account, maybe. But yeah.
Federal, fiscal path is not a sustainable one. The level of the debt is sustainable, but the path is not, and we need to address that.
Yeah, because 5% will literally ever get one. So when people get one, there's not really an issue. But when people are like starting to get big payouts from them and milking them, that's when they start to worry.
We have to see what's going to happen. Yeah, but yeah, as I mentioned, we take it as an environment, and we.
Comment on our fiscal policy, let alone anybody else's.
Yeah, so we got another tap here for a potential setup, but again, I'm not taking it. We still have Powell speaking. We still have this announcement going on. Don't want to take any trades with some random movement going on. All right. So
he's still
if this was the market, if this was like the live market with no news, we would take this trade. Not the trade now, but if this green candle closes above the green SMA.
Are you getting used to the schedule? Is it ramping up? Is it even more than when you started?
Did you say he's still speaking?
It's still there.
Yeah, the event's still going on.
Is it tighter than before? How are you finding yourself after more than 2 years on the job?
It's as tight as 2 years ago.
So it hasn't changed?
Getting used to it a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, it was invalidated anyways. So again, if you guys don't know, the strat, once price pushes past the red SMA or even touches it, that invalidates the pullback, and we needed to reset by reclaiming the previous swing high and showing that we still want to make a higher high. I'm not saying this will happen. I'm saying if this happens, I'll look for a bullish trade. That's what I need for the market to look like, to look for a bullish trade, for my market environment to be A+.
And you talked about the pace of rate hikes as one thing. Is it still
why everyone hates being moved to live on Top Step? I think for Top Step, it's just, I think you're limited because you get a combination of like your balance, I think, put together. I don't know exactly how on Top Step they do it, but I think it's mainly just because you can't make as much profit. That's the main reason. I think because you can't move. Yeah, you can't have multiple accounts, and you only make less. You make less profit. So. Exactly as Pal's saying. He's not talking right now. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up. They're just joking about caffeine now. Nice.
During these international meetings, I get chances to talk to my colleagues, get a lot of useful insights. So when I go to bed, I think about those and say to myself, maybe I should adjust our economic outlook, our policy strategy in response to these.
Hey, what? We just dumped all the way back down to 200 EMA. Dog.
But it's a
yeah, they're just talking about. Now they're talking about how they like talking to their friends or members on here on the stage because they get more insight on their outlook on changing their economic outlook.
To all of you, what keeps you awake at night, given all of the uncertainties and the changing world?
Jeez, we got a lot of bearish candles here.
from what Kazuo just said, because it did happen on occasion.
All right, guys, I know what's happening. This is why the market's moving. We have this form of trend line right here. Whoops. This is why we couldn't take a trade, because we have this trend line right here. Now, all we need to wait for is price to also respect this trend line that we have as well. So if price does break this trend line, that shows we're going down. All right. Let's get this off my chart before people start to see. I think I actually trade that.
You know, having been a lawyer by background, where searching for the truth.
I just passed my alpha account.
Dog Hunter, why are you just taking these trades out of nowhere, bro? Bro is not telling us when he takes his trades. Secretly banging.
I'm sorry. I get locked in, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not good. I don't know how you do it. Like, how do you like lock in and still talk?
Dog, honestly, it is low key like another skill on its own. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, if I started seeing something, bro, I kind of zone out.
No, I know. I feel you. I was like that too. You just have to like just be more active with your thought process. Like when I try, like, you know, I kind of verbalize like what I'm thinking, and as the market's going, I just talk.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, like pretty much think out loud type shit. Like if I'm like, okay, we're kind of retracing. It's probably gonna hit the SMA. If it hits the SMA, that means it's gonna be invalidated. Like that's what I think, but I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think like do it like that.
More than 10 months left on my term as chair.
So yeah,
Right.
nah, cause
Well,
bro
yeah,
literally just showed a trade, hit TP out of nowhere. Like 5 minutes after, he's like, up zone invalidated.
You know, price stability, maximum employment.
Well,
That was funny.
yeah, I just passed alpha account, so.
Is how do we get that done?
W.
You know, I want to hand over to my successor.
Let's see.
My bad, guys. I'll try and be better about it.
That's all we ever.
Nah,
thought
W
about
Hunter.
That's what keeps me awake at night. Is are we on a path?
Why do you take a trade? What conflicts?
How do we get that done?
I'll let Hunter answer
Do you
that
plan
one.
to stay on as Fed governor after your
Well,
chair
I
term
had
expires?
two
Nothing for
zones marked out. The first one got invalidated, so I was looking at the second one,
My apologies
which
to
was
the
up a little higher, which I have marked out on that screenshot. And I mean, we just got a super bullish reaction candle off of it, so I entered.
One concern that I have.
And then I would have targeted the swing low, but I only needed 2,000 to pass my alpha account, so that's where it was set up.
Our potential growth rate is around 3%, but now it's
So now you passed it. We're just gonna wait for him to send the email, or like give you your pretty much.
And that actually expedite
What's it called? What do they call it in alpha futures? Like when you pass it. Is it? It's not combine or express.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Alpha futures funded account. It's XFA, so they're copying Top Step. That's crazy. Not gonna lie, I would have caught all this with 10 inverse. All right, so now you're just a woulda, coulda trader. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Caffeine's nothing for me. I wake up and post my meat into. Hey, what?
Inflation sustainably at target.
Dog.
As I keep
I
saying to
saw
myself,
it and goon to it
start
or
thinking of all the
okay.
shocks
Can we please lock in, please?
my term that we might have. But today's, I mean, maybe I've been sleeping too well because I felt I needed something else to do because today's a
Same trade, hell
my
yeah.
first day as chair of the Financial Stability Board after taking over from Clancy's enormously distinguished leadership.
Kind of pissed though. I didn't have time
So
to
that gives me a
get it
whole
on my
lot of
options account as
vulnerabilities
well.
to think about and worry about when I haven't got anything else to do. But seriously, I mean,
You need a
obviously
copier for your Robinhood account, bro.
very focused on and
For real.
will be very focused on in terms of understanding.
Bro, I would have
the vulnerabilities of the
printed on my
situation.
options account.
Governor Rhee, I also wanted to ask you actually about digital currencies.
Not gonna pull
because
back would be
the
good
Bank of
interior.
Korea
Yeah, but I don't want. I
proposed
just don't want to
testing
take trades with
central
this
bank
news event
digital
going on.
currency this
Personally,
week. Would you agree that it's more of a priority
just because we're getting
to
weird,
find ways
weird
for
volatility
right
for me today,
regulation
I
for
don't
the
want to
European
take trades
challenge
like
of stable coins
with these
to
scalps.
develop a CBDC that no one may use?
That's a hot topic now in Korea. Surging in the dollar-denominated stablecoins.
These candles
especially
bigger than
this
Drake,
new
they
passage
are.
of the Genius Act in the United States make many fintech companies and advocates of the stablecoins to ask the government to allow the non-bank institutions to participate, to issue the Korean won-denominated stable coins. As you mentioned, that we have been experimenting.
But yeah, we're like kind of flushing to the downside right now.
Deposit pilots with a commercial bank in our permission network. But I think that given the surging demand for allowing non-bank financial,
Gonna do Discord meetup IRL maybe in the future whenever we get even bigger platform. I'm down. We'll host one IRL classroom. We could also do like an IRL classroom type shit. IRL live classroom.
One denominated stable coin. It will definitely expedite the exchange into dollar-denominated coins.
Pay for my flight tickets. I'm coming. Where are you at right now, Helik?
We don't know whether the critic says that the new technology in blockchain can.
I just grandson just in our chat reading this. He's reading it, sending it the opposite way every time we want to get in.
And then even identify the irregular.
Europe, all right, buddy.
But we're not so sure whether this is true. And also, there's a narrow banking issue.
Not gonna fly out from Europe, buddy.
I think I have to talk to the government authorities how to handle this kind of regulations.
Andrew Bailey?
Yeah, I mean, it's an important subject. It's one of the subjects that...
Fly him out to fill your FE. Okay. Levi, you might be getting a ban after that one.
About stablecoins is that, and here I distinguish them from something like Bitcoin, is that they purport to be money. They purport to have the medium of exchange.
Hey, that's looking kind of crazy, bro. Like, you guys are literally across the world from me right now, but we're sitting on the same call.
We've talked a lot about trust in money.
Like, who would have thought you can do that?
Which is really all about them being, assured to hold.
I'm in Greece. Fly me out, dog. I'm pulling up to Greece. That's what we doing. Or what state you in? I'm in California.
Structure and design comes out of all this work that meets that critical test. Because if they don't, then I don't think we can...
Talking about Bitcoin? They're talking about Bitcoin?
They're purporting to be money, but don't actually meet the test of money.
Christine Lagarde?
I have a relatively strong view on that point, if you don't mind. Because I think that we are falling prey to some confusion between money...
Greece got to have some baddies. Yeah, wait, who was that Greece again? Let me see.
That is accelerated or
who said they're at Greece?
As a result of the technology that are being
Stella, how's Greece? You getting the baddies or what?
As a public good, and ourselves as the public servants in charge of securing and protecting that.
Market don't open until 10:30 for you. No, market opens at 9:30. Or sorry, it opens at 6:30 my time, which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We just haven't taken a trade yet because we have Paolo speaking. This is a big event.
I think that this is the purpose for which we've been appointed to do the job that we have. Nor is it
They're gonna talk for another hour. How do you know?
Public good that is money. I think it risks undermining.
Spouse speaking. Yeah, they're still having this event and they're still yip yapping. Yeah, it does seem like it. I don't think they're hopping off any soon. I have no idea. He might honestly just wrap it up just so we don't want to put additional risk on the table. You feel me?
Become subject of the use of that
stupid pal, bro.
Means of payment infrastructure / alleged money, and we should not only just consider it, but determine what our policy should be about it, if we mean what we say and we protect what we have to protect. Thank you.
Chair, I actually have a question. Do you fully support the recent proposal driven by the Vice Chair for Supervision, Michelle Bowman?
Or why don't you set it from 5 to like 10 if something stop you? Honestly, I just don't want to get started on like another set of accounts while I still have these accounts with the big buffer.
What we in fact voted for, what we're
right now at least.
put out for comment, which is
Just because like the position sizing is gonna be like awkward and it's gonna be really weird, and I have to worry about like how the evals are going, whatnot, and like I'd rather just stick to trading these 5 because I make good money with it, and then scale up to like 10 or even 20 whenever I go into buffer or I lose the buffer if I do for whatever reason on these accounts, or what's it called? Or if I get a whole new set of accounts, then that'll obviously be better because I have a whole new set. All of them are the same level. I can like equally take a payout on all of them and whatnot. How does someone lost the buffer? Do you have to lose like 2.1k after payout? I mean, depends on, when I say buffer, I mean like if you've built up a lot on the account and you lose it all, like that's what I mean. 20 accounts always, no, that would be crazy. I'm just worried I get flagged on Apex for that. I gotta be a big time influencer to go with 20 accounts so they don't flag me.
I don't know.
Hopefully not. I think I'll be fine, but.
If I finish
Oh, they said we have a couple minutes.
I finish in 2.5 years or so. Maybe, as I said, inflation will be at 2%.
Do you know Apex is doing another 90% off? I don't. I thought they're gonna do. They might randomly say a random 90% 4th of July sale, but not sure because they did announce an 80%. Sometimes they do announce another 90% within while the 80% is going on, so we'll have to see. Or do you have any current goal with the accounts? Honestly, just scaling up, trying to consistently scale up and see how far I can scale with these. I'm not gonna lie.
My predecessor telling me that.
Okay, so we are getting another setup to the downside, but again, since the event's still going on, I'm just not taking it. This would be that specific trade, but
I would share the ambition of Jay Powell. I would
yeah, this would be a really big trade. Again, too much weird shit happening.
So quickly, we're trying to deliver.
Jesus Christ.
Macro stability, financial stability.
Yeah, this would be that setup.
All the people, if we're going to do that.
But I'm not taking that, bro.
We need to do it in a completely
not taking that
way, which means we don't take sides, we don't play one side.
Entry's literally below the entry's literally past the swing low, bro.
Bailiwick.
Come on.
Just focus on those things. Really
come on, bro.
Have it be so that the public lives their best economic lives, and so policymakers can.
They're telling us true that highly big yeah, bro. This I'm trying to be real with y'all as much as possible, bro.
That's how I think about it.
Marie?
I can say something, but I don't know whether my successor will take it seriously. But given that I mentioned
not a fan of this trade even without news. Yeah, it's just too big. It's just huge. Because the reason this trade is that big is because of news. Now, when news dies down, we're gonna have really small candles, and it's gonna take 5 years to get to the trade.
So
and at that point, it's not even valid.
Many people think we are not humble. Be humble. And I'll say this, if you want an illustration of this, Christine and I...
Honestly, yeah, we don't have that much time left.
If we think we have it difficult, spend time with the Central Bank of Ukraine. Nothing.
Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone for a wonderful panel. Thank you.
All right, they're clapping.
Thank you to Francine and to all of our panelists for doing such an excellent job of.
That's crazy. Why are they wrapping it up towards the end of our trading session?
They're clapping right now.
Yeah, they're clapping and shit, and now they're.
Everybody go long.
Vote on the unanimous competition. To do so, please go outside into the foyer.
Imagine.
There's QR codes on the posters. Click on them and then use the code on your badges to.
All right, we're going. This is paper trading, by the way. No one actually take this trade, please.
For the group photo too. And for those of you watching online, thanks a lot for joining us. And please.
All right, TP is gonna be at maximum RR, 1 to 100 RR. We're about a full send to the upside. Watch. Is there news later in the day? Nah, there's only important news was 10 a.m. news. Taking a no, we're not, bro. No, we're not. Yeah, they're done, right? Let me just confirm. Yeah, they're done. Next session will start tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, get that out of my face, bro. Get Papa Pal out of my face. Hey, yo, my long demo trade is cooking right now, though. No, this is tomorrow. No, I don't. Is Powell speaking tomorrow again? They said next session will be tomorrow. Probably Powell's not on that session. Because, yeah, it's not. Yeah, Powell's not going to be on that session. Tomorrow, we just have NFP, non-farm employment change, ADP at. This is 15 minutes after our 11 a.m. window. And then we have pre-market news. Or, sorry, not pre-market. Wait, no. What am I saying? This is in Eastern time. Yeah, we have pre-market non-farm employment change news, and we have pre-market on Thursday, a lot of news as well. So, yeah, fuck this trade. If bro's talking, send it. Babe trading, yeah, I just took a random long, just a like full port long as a joke. Just stay a bit. We probably get an entry. Yeah, so now we're getting some nice trend, but let's just see how price action goes till around 11 a.m. You don't trade PM session, RL? No, I don't. I just go live on TikTok just to do a little bit of a Q&A and just talk about some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, the PM session, the trades have been cooking up pretty good. R11 a.m. EST. Yeah, that's usually my stop. That's my usual stopping time. 11 a.m. EST. Or if a setup happens, take it. Remember your motto. You trade like a robot and let your emotions get ahead of you. Oh, 100%. Only reason I didn't originally want to take it is because of news. And now, only reason I would be against it is because the price action, since we're only trending because of news, that's another thing. That's like the kind of experience, like side of me kicking in a little bit. Because sometimes when the news event does end, we start chopping up a lot. So we want to see if we can kind of hold this trend as well. Yeah, W motto. So let's see what we get. We're going to get that retracement. So far, we're just getting mini retracements and dumping. So let's see what happens. Still got another about 20 minutes. It's a loss, bro, not a joke. Be transparent. Come on, baby. Yeah, you can already tell. Oh, never mind. I was about to say you can already tell there's a drop in volatility. And then we got a fat candle. Top just announced they're only providing tops at X platforms. All other ones can be gone. I mean, nothing's wrong with that. Actually, that is kind of annoying. You can use TopStep combined with a bunch of other prop firms. Like if I want to add use TopStep, I can connect that to my NinjaTrader. Trade my Apex accounts. I like how we're getting some nice trend though. It's pretty good, even after the news event. It hit TP. Did it actually? Yeah, you're right. It did hit TP. That's good to see. Yeah, we just had this trade during the news, so again, didn't want to take that as well. And the fact that it's huge, so... yeah, I didn't take that. Not valid in my eyes. Anything that happened during the news event, didn't want to take that at all. Right now, we'll see if we can get one to the retracement, and then hopefully we can get catch a trade before we wrap it up here in like 15, 20 minutes. You look like Ice Spice. How do I look like Ice Spice, bro? What are you talking about? Focus on the charts, bro. Lock in. It's the glasses. Do you guys want me to start throwing it like Ice Spice and shit? I know
I
Hunter
wish.
want to see that 100%.
I wish.
Ah, yeah, you gotta send that Galaxy, baby. Oral cake reveal when I get my payout. Can we get a pullback? No, actually, can we get a pullback, bro? All right, dog. Why are we just sending? Okay.
Or you do kind of look related.
Dog, what are you talking about, bro? About time, bro. Drop some. Okay, Bruce Wayne, bro, please. I'm gonna restrict you from being able to join the live streams now, bro. We're gonna have to put a goon tracker on you. Make sure you don't goon before your trading sessions. You've been gooning too much. I see it. It's crazy. All right, lock in, bro. We're almost getting it. So, all we're gonna wait for. Okay, I swear if we continue back down, like, dog, just retrace a little bit, bro. It's not that hard. All you have to do is move up a tiny bit more. This is nerdy. He sent females and you said we're restrict you from joining the live. All right, buddy. Trade your strategy, bro. Just trade your funded account. Bro, gonna restrict you. All right, buddy. I'll ban you too. Nah, W Layla knows what I'm about to say. Need this GTR. Nah, GTRs are sick. Oh shit, we didn't even tap that. We almost tapped that. We just need a little bit more to tap it, but we didn't tap it. We got really close to it though. Or I'm trying to tap okay. Dog. The only thing you should be tapping is the sell button when we get a setup on your 5 evals. You see the A bands guy? Yeah, I saw him made a video on everybody. Like he was like exposing everybody or something. Like it's so weird. Did he actually expose Darrow? Did he make a video about Darrow? Yo, there's no way he made a video about Darrow. Hey, what about Darrow? Then his TikTok got banned. Nah, that's crazy. Bro, I think me and Darrow are probably the only people in like the trading space that actually teach people how to build a system. Like I don't know anybody else that teaches people how to build a strategy and like they just teach their strategy. No one teaches like how to properly backtest and build a system and gain an edge and be able to maintain your strategy, right? Because that's what really matters. Everyone can learn a strategy, but if you don't know how to maintain it, like let's say a point in time comes where you have to adapt your strategy, or you want to also trade a new strategy or something, maybe your current one doesn't work anymore, then R definitely teaches how to edge. Okay, bro. You know what? IQ, I thought you were on my side, bro. I thought you were on my side, bro. I don't know anyone else who actually tells the truth about win rate. These people saying 5+ R, dude, if they have a 5+ R, I doubt that shit, bro. I doubt that shit. Dog, can we hit the SMA, bro? We could have got an entry on this, bro. Like what? We day ones? Nah, we not day ones, because day ones switch up on each other. We're day twos. That's why you go W blue cap. Y'all are go Armenians. Now they're the Armenian tutors, bro. Armenian teachers. Armenian trading tutors. They don't want to believe. I know. I heard. He told me he's like. He told me he's like. I was shitting. He was shitting on high RRs, and someone said RO got like a high RR, and he was like, "Wait, what?" And then I told him, bro, it was just the one trade out of the many trades that I get that ended up being high RR. I'm like, I don't always take high RR. It's my average is like 1 to 2 almost. But yeah, I like lower RR too. Like if I would trade a 1-to-1 RR method, like honestly, but I just like the rules of this strategy, and I don't want to kind of switch it up. I can't wait to switch up on my day ones. No, that's crazy. All right. Tapped in that bad boy. Let's see. We can get a bearish candle closeout. I swear this motherfucker invalidates the pullback. You know, whatever happens, happens. You get it set up, I'll take it. We don't get it set up, I won't take it. We get it set up and we lose, I'm happy. We get it set up, we win, I'm also happy. Gotta be happy. Whatever happens, happens, bro. It is what it is. We're gonna follow the rules because we know the strat works. We're gonna let it do its thing. We didn't get it closed on that candle. All right, bro. Bicep flex now. Hold on, you gotta hit the W and then hit the bicep flex. You gotta hit the W and then hit the bicep flex. All right. Okay, this looks like it's closing out. Looking good, looking good. Okay, please give us good fill, please. All right, and I am in that short position. Stop loss at the pullback high, TP at the swing low. All right. Hold on. Now I just let that bad boy run. Let it do its thing. Sit back, relax. No more overthinking. You shall hit TP. Let's manifest the win. Let's let it be. Not touch it. Do its thing. This is kind of a wider trade. 17 points. See what market wants to do. Mr. Market, what do you want to do today? Yeah, so we're already up pretty good from yesterday. So whatever happens with this trade. We also had a really good like win streak too. So I'm honestly sniffing up a loss coming up, especially with the lower win rate. But, you know, you never know. All right, so we're in drawdown right now. We have 30-min 200 email, 1 hour 1 Gmail. I wouldn't short at this. I mean, I don't look at those things as like a confluence. So I mainly look at my strategies rules. I don't bring in other stuff because that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to compare other stuff. I use 200 EMA, but I don't use the 200 EMA into other time frames. So we're about to get stopped out here really close, edging our stop loss. We're not stopped out yet. Now, if we make the ultimate reversal right now, that would actually be insane. So you know, hard time from EMAs. Yeah, I mainly look at the 30-second and the 1 minute. That's all I look for. Price must be below the 200 EMA on the 30-second and the 1 minute. All right, let's make some movement here. Do you want to hit our stop loss or do you want to go TP? Yeah, we're edging our stop loss there. If this can reclaim, that will be fucking crazy. But no emotions, bro. Absolutely no emotions. The moment you get emotional about your trade is the moment you're gonna mess up your trade. All right, just let it do its thing, please. Don't touch. That's why it's helpful putting limit orders so you don't have to think much about it. Targeting 750. Good luck, you too, bro. I took a loss. We're not out. I'm not out yet. I'm still in the trade, but we're dumping hard. Let's see if we can maintain this momentum to the downside. If we can maintain this momentum, that would be great. Get a nice flush down. Bro, it edged mine too, bro. This is the thing. You gotta not let it. You gotta control it, right? Again, even though it edged it, we're back in like break even, in profit, whatever. Right now in drawdown, doesn't mean it's gonna go to TP. You just got to let it be and let it do its thing. Literally, be robotic with this shit, bro. Just like we were saying earlier. Whether you trade this, whether you trade anything else, you want to be as robotic as possible, bro. That's why it's so much easier having a physical order, or not physical, but actual order on the chart of your stop loss and TP. And hands off, bro. Like, if you need me to handcuff you, I'll handcuff you, bro. Just tell me, I'll come. Hey, yo. I'll come handcuff you. But W guesser. Now, what do you mean by that? Or moving like, okay. All right. Everybody, let's just focus, please. Focus. Focus, hocus pocus. Can't wait to see bicep flex. Yeah, now we're just sitting around drawdown area, a little bit in drawdown, slightly below break even. What is this gonna do? Are we just gonna chop until patience, guys? Remember that trade that we took yesterday? I don't know what trade it was, but the one we took yesterday, it was just chopping, and randomly surged down. That's the thing. You never know, bro. You never know. You just have to let it be and let the stop loss NTP do its thing. We were in the trade. It looked like it was chopping. It looked like it was going to chop for the rest of the time. And then out of nowhere, just straight dumpy momentum to the downside and hit our TP. Same thing could happen here, but you just want to let your stop loss and TP and your setup do its thing. No touching, no getting emotional. Like, don't be so focused on the individual movement of every fluctuation of the candle while you're in the trade. No one knows EMAs like I do. Ignoring higher time frames. EMAs is a terrible idea. 6 years trading EMAs.
Wait, head about to explode.
Nah, we're literally just rejecting off of our entry, bro. The amount of wicks we got off of our entry is crazy.
Support for Bowser.
We entered support for Bowser. Oh, dog. You can't control how it's going to get to your TP, buddy. You just got to have your strategy and trust the strat, bro. This trade can win. This trade can lose. We just got to let it do its thing. All right, we just dumped and reclaimed that shit so fast. Come on.
IQ,
give us a dumpy here, baby.
Trading on?
What?
I'm asking IQ what he's trading on. Are you a top step? Yeah, it all if you're like on lot or express now, it all depends on your balance, how many contracts you get. Like, I think unless you're above 2,000 balance, you only get 2 cons. I don't remember the number. They have it posted though. You can just look it up. It's called their scaling plan.
Yeah, they have a. That's the thing with like Top Step and I think my funded futures. They have a scaling plan. You have to enter with 1 contract until you make a little bit of profit. Then they let you go more.
Yeah. Like, you can get up to 5 cons, but Yeah, you gotta have. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it is. Come on, baby. Rip this low right here. There we go. Move it lower. Come on. Push it. Push it, baby. Hold up. 1-to-1 RR. Okay, we just barely got there. Stops are not at break even yet. I'm gonna just mark this low for us to know where we're gonna move stops to break even. All right, let me just get rid of this line right here, so we're not confused. Come on. Bear's getting baited so hard. Pumped, dog. You're not a market mover, bro. What are you talking about? Just sharing my thoughts.
Bro, we're not playing shorts for 100 points. We're just playing it to the swing low.
Come on. Give us a little more rippy. A little more rippy. There we go. Bang, baby. W on that trade. Let's go. Bicep flexor after this one. Let's go. Come on. W's in the chat. W off that banger. Powell day as well. But obviously after Powell's done speaking. You guys already know that. Bang. Let's go, team. W.
That should be your new saying.
What?
Nobody knows alligators like me.
Nobody knows alligators. I'm the alligator. Rah! Oh my god. Aura's the ultimate edger. Alright, wrap it up, buddy. Alright, W way to end the Powell day. W. Finish off the trade 1 minute before market close. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Damn, you're little.
Hunter, bruh. Shut your... Gotta get you in the gym, bro. Come on. Why you... Don't get me started with these guns, bro. You don't want these guns in your face.
Bro, you even flexing or you just holding your arms up?
Don't make me come beat your ass right now, bro.
I wish.
I saw his... Okay. Okay, Mosh. You might be a little cooked for that one.
So... I love it.
Hey, Palm, top that Prince for you, bro. How many cons was that? I didn't enter too big. I entered with one contract. Just because it's Powell. Papa Powell.
One contract?
Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, because we had Powell and this zone was pretty big. Not zone, but this stop loss. And we had like Powell day. I didn't want to go too heavy risk on this. Yeah,
you made soft.
You made 700, right? I made 700 too. I think I might have double clicked it on accident. We're up about 700 as well on this trade. 770. I think I probably entered one contract twice. Gives for 5 points something. Nah, pumped. Our target is at the swing low, like the scout, like the current like swing low that we pulled back from. That's what I normally do my target at. Or a minimum of 1-to-1 RR. What's the William Alligator sitting on trade of it because it looks different? I don't know the exact name of it, but it should be, what's it called? Williams Alligator. But if you're on Ninja Trader, it's Wiseman Indicator. Couldn't believe me made this. Wait, what? Couldn't believe me made it this far. W, bro. But I made a mistake. I had a sell limit down there in this dollar. Oh, yeah. Can they reject? No, you can dollar cost average on Apex. They can't. But, yeah. I think you're in the clear for that. Just make sure you close your position like right after that, just to clear any issues. 400 cost 500. Let's go. Let's go, Zabuza. How many train days you got on your thing, Zabuza? You need two more trade. You need two or three more trading days. We've got 2 now. Okay, you need 3 more trade winning days. W, bro. WE wrapped up the Tuesday with another banger. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. All right, team. W Tuesday. We'll wrap it up here, finishing right at our 11 a.m. time. We got our trade like literally perfect time. That's funny. Right, I'm telling y'all, bro. Trust the strategy, bro. Trust the strategy. Even if this trade were to stop out, I would be completely emotionless, not giving a shit. I'd hop off, completely going about my day the same way I'd go about if I won, bro. Doesn't matter. This trade could have easily lost. Still have to treat it the same way, no matter what. Right? Losing a trade isn't always mean something went wrong. It just means make sure you followed your rules. And if you did follow your rules, then it's just part of the probabilities. Plain and simple. Bro, before I used to crash out, I'm emotionless. Almost you the best. Hey, W stellar, bro. Appreciate it, fam. Hopefully I can share more psychological tips as well in the future. But it's just the power and just being as robotic as possible is so helpful. All right. And you guys like tuning into the streams too. You guys can like kind of see my psychology play out in real time as well. How long do you recommend I stay on paper trading before I get funded? Have been disciplined and been trading like an actual funder for following my rules. No emotion trading here. Good question, Marshman. So a few things. First, you want to see how's your progress on your demo account. Are you making money on the demo account or is it staying break even? What's happening? Or are you unprofitable on it? Second, are you trading a strict strategy with specific rules off of consistent setups using those rules, right? Not like diverging from it randomly taking random trades. Are you doing that or are you diverging, right? You want to make sure you're following the rules. Third, are you entering with consistent position sizing, like a set kind of strategy you have for how much you're going to enter? Make sure you're following that rule. Along with that, also staying disciplined, having all that stuff, psychology, you already know. Not just emotionally jumping in, which is what you said you're not doing, which is good. So make sure you're taking trades, aligning with your strategy's rules, and your strategy you've tested and see it actually works and it's profitable, and you're backtesting. Then move on to transitioning on to funded. You're ready to go at that point. Same entry size. Fire, bro. You're ready to go, bro. There's nothing to hold back from now. Now it's time to put money on the line and get used to building the psychology of having money on the line. That's gonna be your next stage now. So work on that. Good session. GG's W, bro. Yes, sir. All right, Hunter, have you guys got any advice for someone like me? I receive payouts and decent 10K months, but how do I scale from here? Like, what can I do to people to top 5% who have nice cars, more, etc.? Honestly, it's just a matter of going heavier. It's just a matter of like going heavier and treating and like I said, like I think the video I made recently on my YouTube channel, where I talked about like just focusing on the cost versus ROI from funded accounts, right? When you go heavier size, you're going to blow more funded accounts, but when you get a payout, you're going to be making exponentially more money. And those payouts are going to cover like the expenses by a lot and make you a lot more profit as well. So you just have to weigh the cost and versus ROI of the funded accounts and go heavier size on when you're trading. So you can build a bigger buffer and get more accounts, obviously, so you can get more payouts. Right? Because once you're like profitable, all that's left from there is just scaling and building your accounts and building the amount of capital you're trading with. That's it. Because making 5%, for example, let's say you make 5% a month. Obviously, it's not realistic to measure by percentage like every single month, whatever. But let's say you make 5% 1 month on $1,000. That's gonna be $50. But if you make 5% on 100,000, that's gonna be $5,000. But if you make 5% on $1 million, that's 50,000. So you're making 10x more money. All you did was change the capital amount you're trading with, and with funded accounts, you have a lot of leverage to do that very easily at a very low cost. Appreciate you guys. Been a big help on the journey of learning to trade. I think I'll ride the week out on my paper trading account. Start challenge. W, bro. Remember, don't be hesitant about it, bro. Right? You have opportunity there. Don't be don't be so standoff about it. But yeah, take your time with it. But you gotta jump in on the opportunity. CPLs may need like 500 more. You got the buffer. Do I wait for tomorrow? Don't find a trade if it's not aligning with the window and it's not aligning with the setup. No need to force it. Thank you. God bless you for the advice. Of course, but God bless you as well, man. But with that being said, fam, have a great day. I'm going away. Take care, Helik. We'll see you, bro. But with that being said, guys, all right, Discord.
Hold on. Pumped. I gotta ask how the longs are going.
Pumped. I don't think we pumped, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think we pumped. But hopefully maybe the next one you'll hit.
Nobody knows EMAs.
Holy shit, bro. We're just falling.
Nobody knows these damn EMAs like myself.
This is fucking wild.
Oh, shit.
Nah, bro was rage baiting me on not knowing on EMAs. That's crazy. Holy shit, dude. What are these fat BB? No, these are actual BBCs. I'm not going to lie. I bought pumped course. Nope. I think we have the 200 EMA on the daily time frame that we haven't. Oh, the 4 hour we haven't hit yet. That's why. No, it's fine. Or what was your win rate last month? Last month, I'm not sure. I'd have to go double check it and like see what it is, but no idea. Or I don't think it was anything unusual because I didn't have a crazy like losing period and I didn't have a crazy winning period unless towards the end of the month. June, we actually cooked the last like second half of the month. We were cooking the charts. Actually, no, I'll take that back. My win rate I think is a lot higher in June. Maybe like 55 to 60%. Not a lot higher, but 55, 60%. What was your most loss streak in dollars? I don't know in dollars. I just remember my longest loss streak was an 8 trade loss streak that I've actually actively traded. In backtesting, the longest I've seen for one of my strategies is 12 losses. So, were you talking about different profits? My from the future solid. Yeah, Marshman. My favorite ones: Apex, My from the futures. Top Step was also one of my favorites, but I mean they're still good. Just had issues with people who, if they're making a lot of money, like Hunter. But is AroTrades on profits? Yeah, I do. Bro, biggest I had is 3 or 4 or 2, 4 winning days out of 4. Yeah, biggest losing streak, just 8 trades with a while back. I'm ahead of good work for sure, bro. Take care, Zabuza, everybody. We're gonna wrap it up here. I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow hopefully for some more bangers. W trade today. Hopefully you guys are also able to take that as well. I'll catch you boys and girls tomorrow morning with some more bangers. All right, or PM session for some live stream. All right. Peace out, everybody. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. All right. Let's get this going.
Bye, baby.
See you, buddy. All right. W Trace today. YouTube. We'll wrap it up here. All right.